How did your midterm exams go? Well, as usual. You really are at your own pace, Hina. I've never seen you studying even the day before a test. Regular tests only cover what we learned in class. If you pay attention in class, there's no need to study for tests. Oh, I'm impressed with my own daughter. I wish Shu and Ryo could follow your example. Welcome home.
Yeah.
How about dinner?
I don't need any.
Dad's bag. Did it always have a Shiba Wan's mascot on it?
I'm going to take a bath.
Did Dad always have a Shiba Wan's mascot? Shiba Wan's? It's a character that's popular with girls these days. Really? Oh, it's cute. Mom didn't buy it? So, who gave it to him? Huh? The next day, my husband Katsuhiko came home a little after 8 p.m., looking slightly annoyed. The boys weren't home yet at that time.
Where's Shu?
He's not home yet.
Where's Ryo?
Not home yet.
It's already 8 p.m. Why aren't they home yet? It's because you didn't raise them right.
My name is Sakura Miyase. I'm an almost 40-year-old nutritionist at a general hospital. My husband, Katsuhiro, is 49, 10 years older than me. He's a manager at a stationery company and usually doesn't get home until after 10 p.m. more than half the month. But today, he came home a little after 8 p.m. And although he usually doesn't care at all about the kids, today he's in a bad mood. And notices that the boys aren't home yet, emitting a full-on grumpy aura. However, as he walked towards the kitchen where I was, with a can of beer in one hand and his smartphone in the other, his expression changed. What is it?
Well, I want a divorce.
What? When Katsuhiko suddenly uttered the word divorce, I looked at his hands. The hand holding the phone was shaking. I quickly took his smartphone and looked at the screen. I just used a pregnancy test, and it came out positive.
What?
I'm looking forward to having our baby, manager. Hey, you'll marry me, right?
All right. I'll figure something out.
What's this about?
She's pregnant. So, can we get a divorce?
I took a picture of the screen with my phone and saved it, then handed a piece of paper to Katsuhiko. Here's the divorce paper. Well then, I'm leaving. For a moment, Katsuhiko looked relieved, but when I said to him, "But we'll decide on the terms of the divorce first."
What? What is this? There's nothing written on it. Hurry up and sign it.
No one is foolish enough to sign without knowing the terms of the divorce. If you promise to meet my terms, I'll sign it.
If we keep discussing the terms until you're satisfied, what will happen to the child that's going to be born?
Well, what will happen, I wonder?
Huh? You...
Turning my back on Katsuhiko, whose face was flushed with panic, I walked out of the living room.
Hey, wait! We haven't finished talking!
I could hear Katsuhiko yelling behind the door I closed behind me. Now, what should I do? I need to carefully decide on the conditions.
Hey, what are the terms for the divorce?
Let's see. I'll write them down properly and give them to you. But first, I want to ask you something. Is she a subordinate at your company?
Yeah. She's a student part-timer who's been working for us for about 6 months.
So you started seeing each other recently?
It's been about 5 months, I think.
He's hopeless. What was he even thinking? 1 month later, I decided to visit the office of a lawyer that a friend introduced me to. Ma'am, these are the evidence of my husband's affair with the other woman. I handed over the investigation report from the detective agency and my diary.
So, you married Mr. Katsuhiko 11 years ago. The other party has twin sons, while you have a daughter. Is that right?
Yes.
And this is the 5th time Mr. Katsuhiko has had an affair in these 11 years. This time because the other woman is pregnant. Mr. Katsuhiko is pressing you for a divorce. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's just so awful. All right, we will do our best, so please, don't worry. Based on your wishes, Miss Sakura, we have prepared the terms of the divorce agreement. Could you please review them?
Oh, yes.
Number 1, Miss Sakura will have custody of the biological children. Number 2, no division of property between the two parties. Number 3, a lump sum payment of 10 million yen as alimony. Number 4, a demand for 2 million yen in damages from Arisu Kawai. Number 5, Miss Sakura and her daughter will leave the current house. Mr. Katsuhiko will continue to pay the mortgage on the house after the divorce. Number 6, if both parties agree to these terms. After preparing a notarial deed at the notary office, we will submit the divorce papers. How does that sound?
Yes, that's sufficient. But can we really claim 10 million yen in alimony?
Yes, it's 200,000 yen per person. 5 affairs add up to 10 million yen.
I see. I understand.
Then please give these documents to Mr. Katsuhiko and the other woman. I will accompany you to the notary office.
Thank you. Today I went to the lawyer's office.
What? The lawyer's office?
Yes, I had them prepare a divorce agreement. Soon I would like Arisu to come over for a discussion as well.
Ugh, okay.
You are Arisu Kawai, right?
Yes.
These are my terms for the divorce. Could you both read them carefully?
10 million yen?
What? 200,000 yen?
I understand about the custody and no division of property, but the alimony... I want you to wait a little. I can't come up with 10 million yen immediately.
Alright, let me know when you have the 10 million yen ready. Custody and no division of property are agreed upon, so I'll just fill in those 2 places.
Yeah.
And by the way, Arisu, are you planning to pay your share?
What? That's impossible. Manager, I'm still a junior college student. I can't pay 200,000 yen. Do something.
This can't be happening. A total of 12 million yen? I don't have any savings right now. I'll have to manage with a loan.
Hey, you're not going to ask me to pay, are you?
Yeah, well, I'll think about it.
Good for you, Arisu. I wonder what Katsuhiko is going to do. In these 11 years, he spent a lot on gifts and trips for his mistresses. So, he doesn't have any savings. So, you're going to pay the mortgage yourself, right?
Oh, that's right. I've been sharing half of the mortgage payment with Sakura every month. After the divorce, I'll have double mortgage payments, plus the loan repayment for the alimony.
It seems you can't answer right away. Then let me know once you've decided how you'll handle the alimony and the mortgage. Arisu, we'll continue our discussion another day.
Yes. Will manager pay my share of the alimony too? In the end, he didn't sign the divorce papers yesterday. What will happen? Oh, I know. I'll vent on social media. Why don't they just sign the divorce papers already? When the marriage is over. I have our love's child inside of me. In 4 more months, the baby will be born. Asking to pay alimony in a lump sum? That's cruel. You're a money grubber. She should just take her daughters and leave already. I'll take a picture of the Shiba One's mascot next to a skull-marked handkerchief.
Is this a post by Arisu Kawai? The mascot in this picture is the same one on Katsuhiko's bag. By chance, I found Arisu's post on social media. Feeling a bit mischievous, I decided to leave a comment. It sounds like a tough situation. How old is your manager?
Yes, it's really tough. My manager is 49 years old, 30 years older than me, and my boss at my part-time job. He's kind and generous. He listens to everything I say. He's such a cool older guy. He doesn't love his wife anymore. He should just sign the papers already.
She seems to be very frustrated. What is Katsuhiko planning to do? I wasn't the only one who found Arisu's social media post.
Oh, is this the woman my dad is having an affair with? So, that mascot was a gift from her. Seeing this from the perspective of a teenage girl is chilling. I can't understand the mindset of someone who knowingly has an affair with a married man old enough to be your parent.
After Hina commented, Arisu's post started to spread slowly.
800,000 yen from the bank, 400,000 yen from 4 consumer finance companies. Finally, I have 12 million yen. Well, the debt repayment and mortgage. If Arisu and I work hard together, we can manage somehow. I should text Arisu. I've got the money sorted, so don't worry. Everything will be fine. So here it is. 12 million yen in alimony.
I'll verify it.
And these are the documents removing Sakura as co-signer on the loan repayment.
Okay.
So, Miss Sakura gets custody of the biological children. Neither party will claim property division or child support. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. It was lucky that she didn't ask for property division or child support.
Yay! Now, the manager, the baby, and I can live happily together.
Before the baby is born, we can submit the divorce papers and the marriage certificate. Everything is settled.
Shall we head to the notary office together? I'll accompany you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Is everything in this document correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Huh? Wait a minute. Sakura, what does this mean? It only mentions Hina's custody. Take all 3, not just Hina, but Shu and Ryo as well.
It's impossible, because Shu and Ryo aren't my biological children.
What? What are you saying? We became a family 11 years ago when we got married.
No, legally they are not biological children since you never went through formal adoption.
I left those 2 to you. You have to take responsibility for them until the end. I was busy with work. And you know they weren't attached to me. You should take not just Hina, but also the 2 boys. Right, miss?
As I said, Miss Sakura has no duty to support or raise Mr. Shu and Mr. Ryo.
That's...
What does that mean? Manager, weren't we supposed to start a new life together with our baby?
That was the plan, but I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't good enough. Shu and Ryo are only 4 years younger than me. Are you expecting me to suddenly become their mother?
Well, I thought I was starting a new life with you too, but I'd never imagined this would happen.
No way! It's absolutely impossible!
Miss Sakura, shall we leave now?
Yes, let's. Thank you very much for everything.
Take care of Hina and do your best.
Yes, thank you very much. Leaving behind a heated argument between Katsuhiko and Arisu, the lawyer and I left the notary office. Hina, everything went smoothly on my end.
I just left school too.
Shall we meet and head to the passport center?
Yeah, let's go.
This September, after the summer break, Hina is going to study abroad in Canada. And I'm planning to move there with her too. After consulting with the director of the hospital where I work, I got a job at a major hospital in Canada, creating meal plans for inpatients. They even arranged housing for us in the hospital staff dormitory.
The dormitory is close to both your hospital and my school.
We've been practicing English conversation together for the past year or so. It's exciting, right?
Yes, in Canada, if you have the ability and motivation, you can graduate from high school in 1 or 2 years. And I want to start my specialized studies in college as soon as possible.
Canada suits you well, Hina. While Hina and I were packing, the doorbell rang.
Huh? Arisu?
My parents want to talk to the manager.
Are you Katsuhiro?
We need to talk. I'm coming in. Huh? Yes.
We heard from our daughter. You expect her to become the mother of twin boys that are only 4 years younger than her. What are you thinking?
So, you got my still student daughter pregnant. And now you expect her to take care of your sons as well?
Well...
You said you would pay alimony to your wife, even covering for our daughter. But because you have debts for the alimony and a mortgage to pay off, did you tell her to go back to work right after giving birth?
No, I just said it would be helpful if she could...
And I've heard you've cheated on 4 other women before dating my daughter?
Well...
Someone who has been cheating all the time. How can we trust you won't cheat again if you marry our daughter?
That's... I promise. I won't cheat ever again.
I don't believe you.
Huh? Arisu?
We cannot approve a marriage that looks like it's heading towards a dark and difficult future.
What? Mom, please.
You have no right to call me Mom.
The marriage is off. You will acknowledge the child. Also, you will pay child support and alimony to my daughter.
Let's go, Arisu.
Well, that's that. Goodbye.
Wait, please. Ugh.
It felt like a storm just passed.
Dad couldn't even make an excuse.
Maybe it was karma.
This is what they call being beaten down, right?
Yes.
First, this social media account belongs to you, Miss Arisu Kawai, correct?
Oh!
Do you realize your posts have revealed the company name and your names?
What? No way!
Your posts went viral, and from past photos, it was determined that you are our employees. This has gone too far with reckless actions. Your actions have sparked a boycott against the company.
A boycott? Here are some emails sent to our customer center.
Disgusting, cheating couple! I'm never buying from this company again! I threw away the products from a company with such horrible people. I'll never let my son or daughter use products from your company again.
How do you guys plan to take responsibility for this?
Think of a way to calm this situation down by tomorrow, and give me an answer. By tomorrow?
I'm about to give birth soon, so I'm quitting today. So, I'll leave now. Goodbye.
What? Hey! And how will you take responsibility? I'll give you an answer by tomorrow. What is this atmosphere? Everyone is looking at me like I'm some kind of filth. I can hear people whispering, saying, disgrace to the company, and what a scumbag. A lot of our business partners have also notified us that they will suspend transactions for the time being, continuing to work in this department until retirement seems impossible. Then again, it's also impossible to find a new job at the age of almost 50.
In the end, Katsuhiko couldn't withstand the cold stares from his colleagues and subordinates. He requested a transfer to a subcontractor factory under the company and started working there the following month. Ultimately, his engagement with Arisu was called off. Besides repaying his debt to the financial institutions, he had to pay Arisu's alimony and child support at 100,000 yen per month. Unable to afford the mortgage on his house, he sold it and moved into an apartment. Hina and I moved to Canada in August. The job as a dietitian at the large Canadian hospital is incredibly fulfilling. Especially the Japanese menu, which is very popular for being healthy and nutritious. In less than a month, I was promoted to chief of the dietary therapy menu. As for Hina, she quickly adapted to high school. She seems to be competing for the top spot in every school test. And so, Hina and I are enjoying a comfortable mother-daughter life in Canada.